John Castro. I'm standing here getting emotional about the fact that one day I'll be standing somewhere else getting emotional about the fact that I'm not here anymore. The good old days are nothing more than the present that we take for granted. If I can manage to take this moment for granted, speaking in front of maybe the biggest crowd I'll ever have to speak to, then I see a future where everything that lays before me too is being taken for granted. So for this moment, I'll stand here because before you know it, it'll be gone. In this show, Criminal Minds, which follows the FBI's behavioral analysis unit, each episode starts and ends with a quote about life, good, evil, and how things can change so quickly. The quotes make you stop and think. My life is like an episode of Criminal Minds. I've been searching for my patterns, trying to figure out my case, and investigating my future. This all started as a childhood dream. All my friends wanted to be an athlete or a superhero. I wanted to be a cop. Keep wording the way I knew it. I would beg my parents to buy me Nerf guns, and I would use them to arrest my sisters for some silly reason I came up with. It was my own version of being a hero. I loved shows like Cops, watching them throw the arrest, and memorizing the different reasons that a cop gets a call. I was glued to the TV, singing the theme song. Later, I discovered Patty Mayo, a fake bounty hunter that shows up at houses of warrants looking to make an arrest. I refused to believe he was fake because he embodied the person that I wanted to be. Then, in 5th grade, I found out that part of training is getting tased. I couldn't wrap my head around the fact that someone who's in training would have to go through something so painful. I'd watched so many people on Cops get tased, and I didn't want to do the next. And just like that, the dream vanished. Looking back, this moment reminds me of Spencer Reed, the genius 24-year-old on Criminal Minds. He's brilliant and determined, but often lets fear or overthinking paralyze him. And I did exactly that. I let fear dictate my path, and I threw away what motivated me. I didn't think of many career paths until this clock started to catch up with me. My sophomore year, I was determined to become a pilot. I told myself it's like being an Uber driver in the sky, all around the world, an amazing pay. But reality kicked in, and I realized the training and competitiveness of becoming a pilot, and that dream got dropped. Next, I wanted to be a dentist, even to the extent of planning my whole senior year schedule around science classes. That would help me get to the best school possible. A month later, I switched my schedule, and that dream was dropped. I was constantly changing my mind. Every time I had a 10-minute conversation with someone who pointed out a single downside of the job, I gave up on the whole path. I was like the team's tech analyst on Criminal Minds, jumping from one thing to another at lightning speed, but not really finding my place. I felt lost. Everyone seemed to figure out what they wanted to do, and I was stuck in the cycle of dreaming and dropping. At the very end of my junior year, Mr. Seidel told my crime and justice class that most people, in one way or another, follow a passion they had as a kid. It felt like when the Criminal Minds team suddenly realized that the key to the case has been right in front of them all along. For me, the case was my own future, and the answer was simple: law enforcement. It was Nerf gun arrests, it was cops, it was Patty Mayo. That was me all along, I just ignored it. This time though, I don't see law enforcement the same way I did as a kid. Back then it was about chasing the bad guys, now it's about so much more. Watching Criminal Minds has showed me that law enforcement is about leadership, like Hodge, who always keeps everyone steady under pressure. It's about wisdom, like Rossi, who mentors the younger ones and never loses sight of the bigger picture. It's about bravery, like Morgan, who runs into danger without hesitation. It's about heart, like Garcia, who can make the darkest day brighter with a joke or a smile. And it's about intelligence, like Reed, who sees connection that no one else does. Everyone brings something different to the table. It's not just about solving the crimes, it's about the why. That's what fascinates me most. The investigation, the psychology, the mental health side of crime. The more I've learned, the more I see how trauma, addiction, and untreated mental illness can push people towards dark choices. Criminal minds reflects the truth. Evil doesn't just appear out of nowhere. There is always a story behind it, and that's why I want more law enforcement. Not just to enforce laws, but to understand people, even in their worst moments. So now, my plan is clear. I want to go to college, then apply to the local police department. I want to serve my community, gain experience, and learn firsthand what it means to protect and to serve. After a few years, my ultimate goal is to apply to the FBI, just like the team I'm always watching. I know it won't be easy. There will be challenges, risks, and failures. But I think about the advice that Rossi gives. Scars remind us where we've been. They don't have to dictate where we're going. For me, the scars are all the years I spent feeling lost, doubting myself, and changing my mind. But now, instead of letting those scars hold me back, I use them as reminders of why I'm finally confident in this path. Looking back, I see the pattern now. As a child, I dreamed of law enforcement. In 5th grade, I abandoned that dream out of fear. In high school, I drifted from one idea to another. But eventually, like the BAU always does, I circle back to the truth. And the truth is that law enforcement isn't just a career I want, it's who I am. So for this moment, I'll stand here, and soon I'll stand at college, at a police department, and God willing one day at the FBI. Because this time, I'm not letting go. Thank you, God bless.
Company commander, take charge of your companies.